by losing faith, I found my faith, if that makes sense, because we lost our daughter, Faith, but then we had to really believe in God. We had to really believe that He was going to get us through it, you know, because that's a very hard thing. That's definitely the most tragic event that either of us have experienced. So Faith is our daughter's name. Melody, so it's Faith's Melody. Melody is another of my friends, her daughter's name. And she was probably the reason that we really continued doing it. You know, I kind of did it leisurely for about 6 months, and whenever somebody would find me or I would hear of a loss, then I would just make it. I didn't have a Facebook page, I didn't have a group or anything like that. But when Ashley lost her daughter Melody, I wasn't sure if I wanted to make her a necklace. I wasn't sure if it would hurt her or if it would bring her comfort, because you never know. You never know how people are going to react. And for everybody I'd ever made for, the reaction was, thank you. You know, this means so much to me. But Ashley was a little different, definitely different from my experience. She was 36 weeks along when she lost her daughter. And it was a very tragic loss. They almost lost Ashley too. Ashley almost died from the event. So when I made her a necklace a couple of weeks after she lost Melody. And I sent it to her, and she just wrote me the most beautiful letter, and both my husband and I cried when we read the letter because it was just so touching. And she just said, you know, how Faith and Melody are now playing together, and, you know, it brought her so much comfort to know that she has a friend, and so much comfort to wear her name and everything. And so the reason it's Faith's Melody is because the names do go so well together, but then also Ashley was my inspiration to just keep on going, because she was really so kind about everything, and she really told us how much this helps, and that's where our name came from. And also I love how we're both musicians, my husband and I, and so melody obviously is a music term, so we keep Faith's melody in the world. We keep her going. She stays alive from what we do. I started Faith's Melody not long after I lost my daughter in December 2014. We were about 20 weeks along, and so I started it because jewelry has always been really close to me and very sentimental, and I couldn't imagine leaving the house without her at the time. So I should have been pregnant, and I wanted to have something with me that was her. So the only thing that I could think to do was to come in and make myself a necklace with her name on it. And that brought me a lot of comfort. Then a month or so later, we went to our first share meeting, and there were a lot of women there that I thought maybe they would like to have a necklace with their son or daughter's name. And so I made 5 for each of them, and it began from that. And since then, that's been about 2 years ago, we've made over 200 necklaces for moms and dads too. Dads really like to wear our necklaces. And we are actually after our nonprofit status now. We've done our application and stuff for it. Facebook is our main source right now of communication. I have a Facebook group and a Facebook profile page for Faith's Melody. I have an email that can be emailed directly, and we have our business cards, and it's really by mostly word of mouth right now. A web page will be up eventually, but you guys know that takes a little bit of time to create. I will ask for a donation, so most people are very happy to give a donation, but if they can't, then I definitely will make the necklace for them and send it to them, because we do have donors that have contributed, so we have a little bit of a cushion in our bank account for the Faith's Melody bank account to be able to give whenever people can't afford to donate anything. Mostly necklaces right now, but if people would rather wear a bracelet, I have done bracelets, and we are starting to do stamped rings. I just ordered a lot of rings to start practicing. I've never done that before, so it'll be an adventure. It's totally different. There's always a rainbow. You know, you may not have a rainbow baby immediately. That's what we call the baby after a loss. We call it a rainbow baby. That's my Michael. He's my rainbow. There may not be a rainbow baby right away, but there's always something good in the world, and there's always something that you can smile about. And And don't feel guilty for smiling, because that's really hard. You know, the first time you smile after a loss like that, you think maybe you shouldn't. You think maybe I'm supposed to be so sad. But your baby wouldn't want you to stay sad. She would want you to enjoy life. And just know that there's always more. There's more to come. It's not the end. It's a very hard road, but there's more to come.